Hello everyone, thank you for watching. My name is Matthew here at Crescent Vale. We're doing a self-graded card review of the SkyBox 1996, 1997. The set of that is the EX2000. It's kind of a whole set, and there's several of these cards, and I'm doing three different reviews. We'll do three different videos. We're going to do the Dennis Rodman, we're going to do the green of Kevin Garnett, and then I believe this, I don't know if this is the base color, copper color, if there is a base color and these others are parallels. I'm still figuring the set out. I find it interesting. I like the, you can kind of see the Apple logo in the back, but you can also see a little bit more of the acetate look here. The Jordan goes for a lot of money. You know, I'm a big Jordan fan, but the fact that we can grade three different cards of pretty good sized superstars, I think is going to be really fun. So we're going to do three different reviews of this card. We're going to be able to hone our grading skills a little bit with this kind of, there's like a frame to this. I don't know if you can kind of, that acetate blue, there's a bit of a frame, so there's a bit of an indentation on the card. And then obviously the frame, obviously edges. But anytime there's a little bit something different, unique to a card, I like to be able to kind of dive into that and then refine my grading skills based on the different aspects to a card. This time there's a bit of a frame, bit of an indentation to that, and I want to take a closer look at it, and we will come to a total grade here. Now the edges on this card is there's a bit of a wear already. The bottom edge, that left edge, you can kind of already see. So our edges score is not going to be great. I guess we can kind of start with that before we do that. Let's get into a bit of a disclaimer. Each video, all videos, all posts, all eBay listings, we cannot guarantee that the grades will cross over to other grading companies. We can't guarantee that the grades will increase or decrease the monetary value of the card. What I can say is my best way of assessing the condition of the card. They're sold as raw. They are put into a Zion case. It's magnetic at the top. And then we put a custom label in. And yeah, we'll post it on eBay. And if you don't like the price that's current, we usually mark it down. And if you are watching at the beginning of every month, you can kind of look for new markdowns. So check back to the eBay page at the beginning of pretty much at the end of the month. Beginning of the month, we just did a bunch of markdowns. It's like at the end of May. So one of those dates usually start at the beginning of the month. You'll see the new price points on these cards. But let's get into the grading now. We'll start with the edges because we kind of left off with that. But yeah, I do want to zoom in and take a little bit closer look to see if not only the edges that we are accustomed to, but the edges that we're not accustomed to. Take a closer look at that. So this bottom edge, it's kind of a bit rough. You can kind of see from this angle, like the way that it's cut is just a little rough. That edge is far more clean. But the bottom edge is got some imperfections to it, so that's probably like for me, a 7.5 on that edge at the bottom. But the other edges, well, before I say that, there is some issues here. So this part of the edge is fine, but you can kind of see, let's see, what's that piece? No, that is a imperfection on the edge. That left edge, there's also a bit of a chip right here. So that is going to take us down a little bit. So you can kind of see a bit, I don't know if that's debris there or if this is an edge imperfection. I believe that is not a piece of debris. I believe that could be a piece of debris, a piece that just kind of brushed off. So let's take a fiber cloth and see if that. And you can kind of see also the surface there too. This is the first time grading these kind of cards, so you can kind of see a bit of the surface. And figuring out like how they exactly did these is my goal. So that edge there does have a bit of imperfection. That does not seem that a fiber cloth is going to properly clean it. So they have the word, I think it's called emboss. It's like whenever I think it's on the front too, I would assume. Yeah, it's embossed there. So there's like a bit of elevation to the outline of the player. They've kind of elevated that a little bit. We will clean but you can kind of see there this, and that's what I was saying, like, so the player is embossed, and you could consider this frame slightly embossed. It's like there's a lip to it. It's probably there's a good angle of the height to the player and then also to the frame. So this opens up to a lot of, you can see there, great, a lot of wear on the players where it's like almost a piece of plastic. So you can kind of see a bit there where it's like, I don't know the specific term for this, but you can kind of see it was just, I can't come up with the exact terms. Like in 3D printing, they use, I believe, different materials to do stuff like this. But yeah, this is gonna have some pretty significant edge work because I can kind of see like there's also an edge all the way around there, the player that's embossed, and then all the way around the frame, and it just opens up for a floodgate of issues that can basically happen on these cards. I think there's another SkyBox embossed card that we're going to do some Kobe's coming up, and we also have to take a look at each of these small imperfections and grade accordingly. But the more I do kind of unique cards like this that is acetate and emboss, the better I think my grading gets. I think we're at 163 right now for graded cards. But, you know, as I do different types of cards, I really want to like hone my skills. And this is the first time. That's one of the reasons I had never done this card. And I thought to myself, like, well, that's unique. Like, I could kind of tell that the border was lifted, but I didn't know that the players were embossed like this. So it is going to be a challenge to do the edges on this, because I would say like we're starting off with kind of a bad edge down there, a chip on this left side, and then we've seen a bit of imperfections here. Looking for other edge where we had some kind of pull up there. So, I mean, since this is my first time grading and I haven't been able to really, and it's even tough to cross-reference these type of cards once they're in the slab. But for edges, I'm going to give it a 7, because I do think that, you know, it's not a complete wash on the edges, but I do feel like it is substantially, there's some substantial issues to it. And who knows, the other two cards might be like, these cards are 30 years old. And then they've done all of these kind of intricate printing styles to them. So not easy to grade this one. Corners, you know, we've done corners, that's about an 8.5 to an 8 corner there. That corner is about a 9 to 9.5. So we'll say we're currently at 8.5. That corner is probably like 8.59. That corner is probably, so those two are probably even out to an 8.5 on the corner so far. 8 to 8.5. Probably like an 8 on the corners is where I'm going to land, because there is some whitening even without even really needing to zoom in. You can kind of see that. So we have a 7 and an 8, and then we're going to take a look at the surface. And I believe that there is this radiant kind of the dashes of the, but you can kind of see there's like 2 spots that's miscoloration. That I believe is not a part of the design. Take a look at the back. A little bit of issues back here too. Spot right there. So probably landing on like another 8 for the surface. Surface 8. And centering, I can use that. It looks like it's a little left heavy. I can use the border box. Kind of see there's a little more room on the left compared to right. Then on the back, kind of see that logo down there, and then we're basically measuring from the right of the logo and then from the bottom of the logo to the bottom of the card. And that's fairly symmetrical, but you can kind of see that left to right. The left side's heavy, yeah. Left to right has a bit of an imperfection to it. The top to bottom is fairly good. I think we're going to go with an 8.5 on centering. So we have 2 8s, a 7. One of the 8s, and I'm just averaging numbers out, is a 7.5, the 7 to 8. So basically an 8. And, I think that is, near mint. Some might even give it like lower marks, but this is basically my current assessment of it. Gave it a 7 for the edges and 8 overall. To me, that's about right. So we're gonna look at these other two now. We're gonna see if they're in better condition or if there is issues that we didn't find with this one. So thank you for watching. Continue to watch and find us online.